that woman.
Oh, wow.
And as I'm thinking this,
Whoopi Goldberg's appearance at New York Fashion Week became one of the most talked about moments of the year. At 69, the EGOT-winning actress and host stepped onto the red carpet looking drastically different, slimmer, radiant, and confident. Yet, instead of celebration, her transformation sparked chaos online. Some praised her for looking younger and full of life, while others accused her of going too far. Her outfit and weight loss became instant viral topics, dividing fans and critics alike. What was meant to be a glamorous night turned into a public spectacle that revealed society's obsession with women's bodies, especially those who dare to change after a certain age. When admiration turns into judgment, the reactions were swift and merciless. Admirers filled social media with comments celebrating her glow-up, but detractors claimed she looked frail and unrecognizable. Many went further, accusing her of using weight loss drugs like Ozempic or Mounjaro, insisting that no 69-year-old could transform naturally. The irony was heartbreaking. Whoopi had spent decades being mocked for her size, and now she was being criticized for losing weight. The situation showed a cruel truth. For women, especially older ones, there's no way to win. Whether she stayed heavy or became thin, judgment was waiting. Whoopi's Fashion Week appearance wasn't just about style. It exposed how quickly admiration can turn into condemnation when a woman chooses to take control of her own body. The real beginning. A wake-up call in 2022. Whoopi's story didn't start on that red carpet. It began years earlier, during the filming of Till in 2022. She played Emmett Till's grandmother in the emotional drama, and after a screening, a woman approached her, praising her acting but calling her fat suit uncomfortable. The words pierced deeply because there was no fat suit. What that woman saw was Whoopi's real body. At nearly 300 pounds, the comment shattered something inside her. She later admitted on The Kelly Clarkson Show that she had always felt confident, but that moment forced her to see herself differently. It wasn't about vanity, it was about health, mortality, and facing truths she had ignored. That one mistake from a stranger became a turning point, setting her on a path of transformation that would change her life. A private battle for health and survival. After that painful encounter, Whoopi began to reevaluate her life. She realized her weight wasn't just a matter of appearance, it was a matter of survival. At nearly 300 pounds, she faced serious health risks: heart disease, diabetes, and limited mobility. Determined to change, she started experimenting with diets, walking routines, and lifestyle adjustments. But progress was slow and frustrating. Each time she lost weight, it crept back. Meanwhile, online critics never stopped mocking her, reminding her of the fat suit comment as if her body was a public joke. Yet, instead of hiding, Whoopi did something rare. She opened up about her struggles. She admitted that losing weight wasn't easy, that she failed many times, but she refused to give up. This honesty made her relatable and deeply human, especially to women who quietly fought similar battles. The truth behind the transformation. By 2025, Whoopi's remarkable weight loss stunned the world, but few knew the real story behind it. She revealed that her transformation wasn't just from diet or exercise. She had started using a GLP-1 medication called Mounjaro, originally designed for type 2 diabetes, but increasingly used for weight management. Unlike other celebrities who hid their methods, Whoopi was open and unapologetic. She joked that she'd lost 2 people, turning honesty into humor. But her openness only fueled more controversy. Critics accused her of taking shortcuts, while supporters praised her courage for telling the truth. Her confession reignited the ongoing debate about the ethics and safety of weight loss medications and whether public figures should disclose their use. The medical and moral debate. Whoopi's honesty forced the world to confront uncomfortable questions. GLP-1 drugs like Ozempic and Mounjaro were Hollywood's worst-kept secret, used by many, but admitted by few. While the medications could help with weight loss, they also came with risks: nausea, fatigue, muscle loss, and unknown long-term effects. Doctors warned that they weren't miracle fixes, but tools that required care and supervision. Yet in the glamorous world of fame, they had become symbols of control and perfection. Whoopi, however, wasn't chasing beauty. She was chasing life. Her openness challenged the culture of secrecy and shame, exposing how society glorifies thinness, yet condemns those who admit how they achieve it. Her story became less about a drug and more about courage. The courage to be transparent in a world addicted to illusions. The cultural firestorm and double standards. As debates raged, one truth became clear. Whoopi's journey highlighted how unfairly women, especially older women, are treated in the public eye. Men her age are praised for aging gracefully, while women are scrutinized for every wrinkle or pound. Whoopi's transformation became a battleground for society's double standards. If she stayed heavy, she was seen as lazy. If she lost weight, she was accused of vanity or deceit. It didn't matter what she did. The criticism was constant. Yet Whoopi refused to be defined by it. She reminded everyone that her journey was not about conforming. It was about surviving. In an industry obsessed with perfection, she stood as proof that self-care doesn't need public approval. Strength through vulnerability. What made Whoopi's transformation truly powerful wasn't the number on the scale. It was the vulnerability she showed along the way. For decades, she had been celebrated for her wit, intelligence, and resilience. But now, she was showing a new kind of strength, the courage to admit she needed help. She had spent her life defying Hollywood norms, and yet, by being open about her struggles, she humanized herself even more. This honesty reminded fans that real strength isn't about being invincible, it's about being real. Whoopi's transparency became an act of quiet rebellion against a culture that demands perfection but punishes honesty. Her journey redefined what it means to be strong, especially for women who are constantly told they have to be flawless. A message beyond fame. In the aftermath of the controversy, Whoopi's story evolved into something far bigger than celebrity gossip. She became a symbol for countless women facing the same pressures. Her transformation was not a pursuit of youth or beauty. It was a fight for time, health, and peace. She reminded the world that aging isn't something to hide from, but to embrace with courage. And while the internet debated whether her choices were right or wrong, Whoopi continued living her life unapologetically, hosting The View, mentoring new talent, and proving that her worth was never tied to her size. Her journey was not about erasing the past, but reclaiming her future. A legacy of truth and resilience. Whoopi Goldberg's transformation is no longer just a story about weight loss. It's about resilience, honesty, and self-love. She turned a painful moment of humiliation into a movement of empowerment. In a world obsessed with appearances, she reminded everyone that the most powerful transformation happens within. Whether criticized or celebrated, she stood firm, showing that health, not perfection, is what truly matters. At 69, Whoopi continues to inspire, proving that it's never too late to change your life or rewrite your story. Her journey is not about fading away, it's about shining brighter than ever on her own terms, with grace, humor, and unshakable strength.